With Ashe here, as long as they can protect Ashe, they can just wear down this tower, and they have enough time that they should be able to take this tower. They've actually all gone back and recalled. They are playing very defensively, which isn't necessarily a mistake, but they could just attack this tower. The arrow goes off onto Ezreal, and Ezreal will die here. I'm a little surprised. Lots of lag issues, unfortunately. Did Ezreal die? Ezreal actually did not die, but really poor lag. And Dyrus is saying, you keep on saying GG, but that does not mean what, I don't think that means what you think it means, because this game has not been won yet, so he's telling Purple Team, hold in there, I'm not going to give you the GG until we've won, don't want to jinx myself. But it really is GG. Singe running off, trying to throw off some damage, but Singe is very weak. He really isn't as tanky as he could be at this point in the game. So he does have the Banshee's Veil, so he's not really that concerned about getting picked off. But if the whole team is there, potentially they can throw some damage. And Orianna is pretty good at popping Banshees with her Q. She can throw her Q off. I'm a little surprised she didn't go for it, but the snare from Morgana! And then the bandage toss, the stun. They are getting a lot of damage onto Orianna, but she is not dying. They just don't have enough damage. And Orianna finally does go down. But, you know, she did throw off a decent amount of damage. They are probably taking this Baron, and I don't think there's anything that they can do about this Baron. They do toss Ryze, but you see how tanky Ryze is. The ult goes off from Amumu, but Morgana has to leave. Taric has to leave. He's probably going to die. He gets his heal off. Singe goes down. Amumu's going to go down. They're throwing off a lot of damage on the Blitzcrank, but Blitzcrank's with his shield. He will go down to Morgana's W, but Taric goes down as well. They did get the triple kill. The arrow misses Morgana. There's actually 4 people down on this team. They are chasing down Morgana, perhaps going to tower dive. They are going to tower dive, though they really should just ignore her and push down mid. They do get the kill onto Morgana. They have a good 30 seconds where they can just take this mid tower. I'm assuming that Ashe is walking over here. They're actually pushing top. I'm not really quite sure what the reasoning behind this is. I guess they want to take whatever they can. If they must not think that they can get the Nexus in the time, because you know they don't really have the great damage late game for the Nexus. I mean the great damage that you do have in the late game. They are able to take top tower. They will have to recall after this. The inhibitor should be respawning soon. We did hear the announcement. Singe running and taking a ton of damage. He gets the toss. He will be okay. Udyr chasing him down. He is still taking a lot of damage. This snare goes off from Ryze, and they do get the kill. Ryze is out of mana, though, so he will be very ineffective at this point. Ashe throwing off a ton of damage, but she's also out of mana. They're throwing off damage. Both teams harassing. Ezreal is able to get out of there. They should chase them down now, because they know their team is out of mana. Morgana's chasing. They aren't able to get anyone, unfortunately. The inhibitor did respawn, so they do need to protect it. You know, little surprised that Blue hasn't GG'd it yet, but probably the next team fight that happens will be the finisher. They do want to play, you know, carefully and just, you know, when you're ahead and you don't think you can win, you want to just make sure you don't let the enemy team farm. They're doing that by taking, they have control of the jungle, they're pushing so that the enemy team constantly has to defend, and you don't want to give the enemy team any kills or anything like that, because maybe they potentially snowball. You know, they do have Morgana and Amumu, great AoE, they do have the great range damage from Ezreal, and then if Singe is able to get tanky enough, potentially as the game progresses, he could kind of run through the middle of their team, hopefully, and not die. And if he can get a little bit more survivability, you know, where these team fights last a little bit longer, that might benefit Purple, though long team fights really do benefit Ryze to a great extent. And Udyr is coming up into this jungle. He really needs to watch out. The whole team is here. They are trying to chase them down. They probably have wards in this jungle. They are trying to chase them down. They know how much stronger they are. The arrow goes off onto Morgana, trying to get this kill into Morgana. Udyr chasing her down, throwing off a ton of damage. Ashe with Udyr. They are able to get the kill. Ryze is close to going down, and they are able to pick up Taric, actually, and Ryze flashes away. Singe chasing him down, but they are chasing after Ezreal. Ezreal very close to going down. Ezreal does go down, and Ryze is chasing, doing all this damage to Ryze, or Singe is chasing Ryze, and Ryze is very close to going down, but Ryze just barely, with the shield from Orianna, she shields Ryze, and then ults on top of it. He is able to survive, so they are able to get an ace, and they will surrender here for the good game. Pretty good game for the most of it, but a couple of mistakes through the middle, and very quickly, Blue Team was able to snowball and take the victory. So, Unfortunately, they weren't able to pull off the win, but good game all in all.